So I decided to do a little something different. It's a shop tour, and everybody does shop tours, but they say, oh, my shop's such a mess, I haven't cleaned it. Oh, and it's probably gone through like a week of them scrubbing it. I saw a video the other day for a maker that will remain nameless, and if they cut that many signs on a CNC and have that few speckles of man glitter sawdust on their floor, yeah, no. So this is a real, not staged in any way, messy shop tour. Starting out with the outside of the shop and a project that I leave here to shame myself into doing. This is my 1895 bone shaker. And since I had hip and knee surgery and then shoulder surgery all in a 2-year period, my wife does not let me ride the bone shaker. So my thought is I'm going to completely redo it and figure out a use for it, either as art or for someone that does ride a bone shaker so that they have a really nice penny farthing. So come with me into my messy shop. So the plan was, when I first built this building, which is 23 by 30. It was originally supposed to be 24 by 30, but I had to sacrifice a foot to the gods of Seattle zoning. Anyway, it's not insulated and it's not heated or cooled because I needed the space and I needed to get in here, and we were redoing the house and all kinds of things. So it's heated right now with that in the winter, and in the summertime it's cooled by a couple of those fans. This shop does so many things. It's not just for parking, although I do park here. In fact, like right now, I have my utility trailer up on the lift. I've got a 10-ton 2-post car lift. Normally, my Jeep actually parks in here as well. But I've got a welding project for my wife that I'm working on tonight, so I've got the Jeep pulled out. But I mean, let's talk about all the things that are done in this garage. It's things like this. And then some more of this. And now, I know that sounds like a lot, but I have a lot of varied interests. Now, there's some things that I don't do. There's some things I don't do well, or I would prefer to pay professionals to do. But the rest of it, I try to do myself. So come with me and I'll show you a couple things. So like I said, this is normally the parking area, and this is kind of the automotive repair and restoration area because the lift is there. And then, you know, normally my toolbox is situated so I can get to it. And then I have an entire wall of tools that I use all the time. And I did a build on that, but I never finished with like a second build video. But let me show you real quick of kind of what that looks like and how I laid that out. So these are things I use every single day. So hammers, combination wrenches, matching sockets. I went ahead and labeled everything. And I've got both standard and metric as well as drive tools. Everything's there just at hand. Leaving that side, the automotive side, I'll take you over here just for a second. This is where my welding bench stays. And I've got some welding screens there because I've got the wood shop on the other side. We just had 2 monsters run in. We have 2 Frenchies, and they're oh, hi Truffle, hi. They're not normally allowed in the shop, and so the fact that they're in there.
She's very excited.
So stop. She's got a clinger. She's got a clinger. Come here.
Oh.
All right, so we had a little bit of a puppy issue. So as you can see, there's no welding that's going to go on here right now. Now, it normally doesn't look like this. It's normally free, but I do have a lot going on kind of in the shop. I've got a couple of major projects going, as well as some life changes that I'll talk about at some point in the future that's really going to affect like how I use this shop or maybe another shop. And so things are changing. But right now, it's an absolute pigsty. I go under and come over here, and again, you know, this is kind of it's a welding project I have going, and this is kind of a fab area, and I've got, you know, my 2x72 grinder and my my saw, my roller, my benders over on that side. There's new stuff that's going to go there. I've got a power hammer coming in. Again, another video, another story. But it's a mess too. And you know, my welders are accessible at least, so I can get in here. Now, as you turn completely around and face that way, so this corner of the shop is kind of the metal working press bending area. So I've got a 20-ton press with air over hydraulic with the swag finger brake on it. I use this thing all the time. I really do. I think all bricks should come with one of those. And that's not a sales pitch for swag. I have my own issues with swag off-road as a business, but for products, man, they make some really good stuff. I've got so many of their tools. This one, probably my favorite. And then I have a 48-inch fingered pan brake, which is awesome. I actually used it for these are lanterns going on that welding project for my wife. And then also in this area, you can't really see it, but this is the machine shop area. I've got my mini mill and my lathe that is torn apart right now because I'm putting a DRO on it. Having this DRO is really going to be a game changer for this lathe and allow a little more precision. And when I'm using this area, this toolbox actually comes out, and this is fully organized for all of my machine shop tooling and collets and bits and that sort of thing. Although I don't think an emergency road flare goes in there, but yeah, whatever. So anyway, this actually gets more use than you might think or can tell by looking at it right now. But again, full machine shop area, really useful. So we go from welding and fabrication, automotive, machine shop, metal work. Let's walk over to the wood shop area. And again, real messy. Drill press actually does double duty, both metal and wood. This is my drill organizer, the bit organizer. I just did a huge project where I drilled a bunch of metal. I need to clean that up and haven't done it yet. This is my solid European beach workbench. And I built it when I lived in the south of France in a small village called Cornepatu. It's near Toulouse. And yeah, moved it back with us. It's huge. It's 28 inches by 8 foot and weighs like 400 pounds. When the movers saw it, they'd lost their minds. But right now, again, working on a couple projects, and this is a vanity project that I'm working. I have to alter this drawer that I built a little bit. This is a removable winch mount that's going on the VW van. I need to put it together. This is a nice place to put it together. Lots of lighting. I had a video early on in here where I have like 80,000 lumens of light in this garage, and absolutely a game changer. It's like daylight in here, no matter what time of year. So this is my big wood lathe and all my lathe tools and my clamp wall. You can't have too many clamps. If someone ever says you have too many clamps, they're liars. Your best interest is not at heart. No, no, you don't have enough clamps. Anyway, here's a wood clamp tree. I've got some clamps on the ground in front of the lathe. As you can see, I haven't used a lathe in a couple days. On this side, I've got my hand tools, both my molding planes, my regular metal planes, my chisels of any number of types, routers, and then as it goes down, I've got organization for hardware and bits and bobs, both above and below. Chop saw, miter saw, dedicated dado saw on an old radial arm saw that I rehabbed. Sanders, planer. The bandsaw, it's a 14-inch bandsaw, is back in the corner. I've got it back there because I needed the room for something else, just for a little bit. My fume extractor. Hey, what are we doing? We don't chew shit in the, no, this is is the reason why we can't have nice things. You're the reason we can't have nice things. Oh. All right, so I'm gonna have to hold one of them. This is truffle. So I've got my sawdust extraction. I've got plywood and hardwood storage there as well. And this elephant in the room, this is my saw stop combination table saw router table. And on the back side of it, I've got an outfeed table. But underneath the outfeed table is my X-Carve CNC. Now, I'm actually talking to X-Carve right now about maybe doing the upgrade kit for the Z-axis and the stiffener and all that. I'm glad that we haven't come to an agreement yet because I don't have time, as you can see. Going around a little bit, there's the joiner and the orbital sander, and again I have welding screens to keep this side from burning down when I weld. One thing that I do, and you'll notice, is I've got a lot of top storage, and I store up top here and here, as well as like some of the beekeeping stuff. Also, I store in the rafters. I mean, everything from zip wall to paddles and paddle parts that I'm working on for canoes and kayaks. And then like I've got my kayak stored up as well. I've got metal stored above that door. I've got wood stored above that door. I'm really trying to make use of every single inch of available space. And so far it's working. Now I can store all this stuff up top because I'm so tall. No, I'm 5'8". I just use ladders, and it's a real 5'8". It's not a Tom Cruise 5'8". I'm actually 5'8", but I've got a couple ladders and step stools and benches that I can climb on like a monkey, as long as my wife does not catch me because of this sweet hip. So yeah, this is the wood shop side. A couple things that I want to highlight over here. One is my YouTube subscriber award. I'm super proud of that. And the other is my extra nerdy Harry Potter sign. This was the prototype that I made for my wife's gift last Christmas. And so I don't have a lot of things that I made for me in the shop. Mostly it's supplies and parts and tools. But I'm real happy to have both of those there. One, I can see the self-made subscriber sign, and it makes me want to be a better carpenter and a better blacksmith and a better welder and a better maker. And the other just reminds me of important things in life. Anyway, in addition to this space, there's also the blacksmith forge beside the garage, and I did a whole build video on that I'll link below. But yeah, in a little under 700 square feet, I pack a lot into, and as you can see, as promised, I didn't clean it. I mean, look at that table saw on that outfeed table. Nope. I've got everything from Jeep parts to saws and sawdust. I mean, you name it. Nope. Didn't clean at all. It will be clean. It'll be clean in a couple weeks, but right now, nope. So thank you, and Truffle thanks you, because she's going to go in the house now and not eat any more bits of hardwood. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for bearing with me as I walk you through my dirty shop. I'm sure there'll be a lot of interesting comments and people telling me how messy I am. I'm clear on how messy it is. So thank you for following along. I really appreciate it.